Mr. Forbes. My name is Jeremy Small, and I'm going to present some of the HRM processes and practices that Apple applies and how it's related to the theory and how it's not. The two chapters that I'm going to cover is the chapter 5 and 3. So the 5 includes the recruitment and selection. So after the planning for jobs, there will be a recruitment process. Um, Apple mostly use advertising to attract people because it enables to attract uh, as much people as possible. So different talent. Um, yeah, so they want to reach a lot of people basically. After they use employment agencies, we'll distribute some job formulas to persons, and we use different methods to attract persons. You can sign contract with them, and after they use a website, their website you can post online. So the internet method, employee referring, since they trust their employees. Yeah, we can use that method as well, but I wouldn't really recommend that because, as we've seen, it can lead to certain types of discrimination. So, as demonstrated, Apple tends to use external recruitment since they are curious of new creativity, and because it is part of their organizational culture, which I will discuss a little bit later. So after the recruitment, there's the selection process. So the selection process, as we can see there, we can see the creator Steve Jobs, who died 7 years ago. Yeah, so we can see that the process for selecting is consists of 4 interviews. I think it's a great idea because they can really ensure that a person fits in the organizational culture and as well as being competent to do the job with good communication skills. So the first interview differs. I'm sorry. The first interview is the opposite of a panel. So as we see in class, a panel is several interviewers who will interview on only one candidate, but this time it's the opposite. So the only one interviewer will be able to spot easily the person who differs from each other. So the person that are really a good communicators that have really good skills, and so therefore these questions are unstructured because he will have he will ask them to ask each other and to answer each other questions in the purpose of evaluating, just as I said, their communication skills. So these unstructured questions will enable the candidates to elaborate. And then there's the second interview. So if someone pass the first interview, they'll get to do the second, which consists of a 15 minutes telephone interview, and it enables to once again observe their on a different their their communication skill on a different level. So these are once again unstructured question asks, and they will be asked what they think of Apple. So that is a direct link between if they can fit in the organizational culture. So what they think of Apple, how they will behave towards their company. So that is a good clue if they can fit in that. And then there's the third interview. The third interview, which is a one-on-one interview. We can see their one-on-one interview, so it's another method of interviewing. They will see their communication skills on another level. But these questions are more structured because they will very like assess their competencies. They will like tell them a situation and what they would do. So yeah, so this is a more of a skill assessment, will simulation of a real situation that could happen. And then comes the phone interview, so the last one. So as you can see, it's a long process. It's a 20 minutes interview with the head manager, and we'll talk about and the candidate will have to discuss about their past experience. So the manager wants to ensure whether the candidate once again fits in the organizational culture, so if they are creative. So which brings to the organizational culture. As we can see there, the main aspects, the main characteristics of Apple as being in the organizational culture is creativity and innovation. So they absolutely want that so that the beliefs and behaviors are surrounding innovation. So people have to get creative. So the organizational culture is as well connected with the employee engagement, because as creativity is part of the organizational culture, the employee will be obligated to be engaged. So this is how it's related basically. And after there's part of building a culture of well-being, that part is really important because it improves the overall health of a people, of employees, and leading to improving effectiveness. So last year, at the beginning of 2018, Apple installed AC Wellness, which is a personal healthcare institution, which is private. So they have private doctors and health materials, etc., which improves the employee effectiveness and can then reach the organizational goal, being part of the organizational culture. Thank you.